All right, so it's humidifier season. You guys are looking for a new humidifier. This is the Levoit Classic 300S. We're gonna take a look at it in this video. So first, let's go ahead and start off with the unboxing experience. When you go ahead and unbox this for the first time, it's well packaged and protected. You do have everything necessary when it comes to extra filters and even essential oil pads when it comes to this device, because you can use essential oils when it comes to this. Taking a look at the tank, this is a 6-liter tank. It lasts up to 60 hours on end, you know, at the lowest possible mode, giving you a 300 milliliter an hour output for a 500-foot square room. No matter what, I mean, obviously the bigger size room, it's gonna take a little bit longer to moisturize, I guess you could say. But smaller rooms, it's definitely good for a mid-size to a... Now, like I said, this does have a filter in here, which it does come with an additional like replacement, I believe. So that's really nice. It does have an LED light to be able to turn on whenever you need it, for nighttime especially. This has night mode as well as smart compatibility within their app. Essential oil is on the back, so you can actually replace the pad or just add essential oils when you need it. It also has your touch display here at the front. Power setting modes like for the speed. Also has night mode and the light button to activate and deactivate. So we're gonna go ahead and set this up. We're gonna press the plus here and let's go ahead and enable Bluetooth, and it'll automatically pop up here. It says press and hold the power button for 5 seconds until the Wi-Fi starts blinking. So that's what we're gonna do. There we go, and it starts blinking here at the top left. It's gonna connect to the device, connect to the router and the cloud. All right, now that we added it successfully, we're gonna go ahead and press finish. It'll go for our Amazon Assistant or your Google Assistant, depending on whatever you're connected to. It says the current humidity in this room is 41%, since this does able to measure the humidity rate in the room itself, which is very helpful. It does show you all this data on the bottom here to be able to show you like from time ranges, like at 6 a.m., 12 a.m., etc. throughout the day, to be able to let you know when this drops, when you need it to be set at a certain level. It shows you that nice information, similar to their air purifier models on this. When you turn it on here, obviously we don't have water in it right now, but it just shows you the display. It's a lot brighter. You can schedule here on the app for date, time, when you want it to turn on and off, manual, sleep, etc. So you can do it auto turn on to sleep mode when it comes to time to sleep. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. You can do timers here at the bottom right as well to set up to 24 hours to turn on or off the device. You also have settings here to be able to do voice commands, user manual, device. You can do plant care. You can show whichever plant, you know, weekly cleaning reminders, smart scenes, whatever you need to do, the app has it. It's very simple and intuitive when it comes to this. It obviously says please add water. So once we actually add water, we'll be able to set up the humidity rate within the app. It'll give us the functions for that. So let's go ahead and fill it up here. And like I said, this is 6 liters. It shows a max fill range on the handle portion. So don't go past the handles, of course. So you don't want it to tip over or fall out for the water itself. But yeah, we're probably gonna use this either indoors or in our t-shirt shop because, you know, it needs to be a set humidity rate. I really like the amount that it's able to output. It's out through this little tube here, which do not put water in this tube. You put it on the outside of it, just an FYI, so you don't mess it up, because that's filterized, so that way it'll be a little bit easier. I know people do ask in the comments down below what type of water this uses. A lot of people say to use distilled water when it comes to that, which it's not very expensive, so I recommend to use distilled water when you're using these types of machines. Now, obviously, these are really dependent on where your location is. Like for here in California, you don't really always need it since it's pretty humid on most days and it's pretty decent even at winter time. But for more drier areas like Colorado or something like that, this is like an all-around year type of thing that you would need to use. It just depends on what it is, but the good humidity range is between 40 to 60 humidity. Anything higher than that is a little bit unhealthy. Anything lower than that is also a little bit unhealthy. You need a decent amount of range. I recommend a 40 to 50 range. All right, so a few things when it comes to this. Not only is this whisper quiet, so you don't have to worry about, you know, it being super loud at night or anything. It's white noise. So when it comes to the power rating, I actually did break it down. So on the first mode, we do have 14.2 watts of power. On medium, it's 19.8 watts, and on high mode, it's 23.4 watts. And if we were to actually break that down when it comes to this for a price perspective, if we grab 23.4 watts, divide this by 1,000, we get 0.0234. This is the equation that we normally use. Power equals energy multiplied by time. So 23.4 divided by 1,000, and the 1,000 is equal to 1 kilowatt. This is equal to our 1 kilowatt. So it's 0.0234 kilowatts. Now, when we turn this into a kilowatt hour, we're going to multiply this by however many hours we plan to use this on. Let's just say 8. That's our good average. So 8 hours times 8, we're going to get 0.18 kilowatt hours. Now we're going to go to multiply this by whatever PG&E costs per kilowatt hour. The rates do go up every single time. I've been doing 30 cents per kilowatt hour, but now we're just going to double it and do 60 cents from now on, since it is, going up higher. So we're going to multiply this by 0.60, and that's equal to about 11 cents per day, or 11 cents every 8 hours whenever you use this on the max possible mode. The actual rating is 26 watts of power. So this is under that watted, 11 cents per day. If you multiply that by 7, you're going to get your week, which is 78 cents per week. Multiply that by 4, every month it's going to be about $3.14. If you multiply that by 12, $37.73. If you were to use it every single day for 8 hours straight on max mode. Worst case scenario, $37.73. So that's the perspective when it comes to what this would cost realistically. Since there is not a lot of filters that you have to change out or anything like that, it's just straight up going to be beneficial for you when it comes to a price perspective. Now, it's good for obviously your health. Certain conditions allow you to need something like this. Also, when you're sick, people use vapor rub and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you can use it in the back, but I think there's like the distilled version rather than the actual vapor rub that's like distilled or whatever, like the liquid version. Then I'm pretty sure you could use it on an essential oil and then use it that way. And it should help with, recovering. But once you, recover, I wouldn't really use it as much if you get sick. This definitely does help. And also, if you do plan to use this, do not keep the water in for a certain amount of time. Change it out. Even if you haven't used it in a while, change it out. Clean it. When you are doing the cleaning process, it is very easy and very simple. You just take it all out. Some people use vinegar, some distilled vinegar or white vinegar, whichever you want. Some people also use baking soda as well. So without further ado, if you guys want to check this out, link in the description down below to buy. I'll see you guys in the next video. We out.